Swing and a drive, left field, get up, ball, get out of here, and gone!
We have officially, actually, I guess it's our second sweep of the season. Never mind. I was going to say our first sweep, but we swept the Nats, right?
It feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago, but it feels like it was forever ago. Yeah, the Jays left home to go home in Seattle there.
Home away from home on the other
Yeah,
side. On the other side,
came
of the
back with a sweep. It's a very different feeling in this podcast compared to the last one.
We just put up.
Yeah, that's my bad. Sorry.
You're good. Honestly,
In case anyone listening is wondering, it's always Brent's bad.
it's always
Yes.
like
If
and
the
we didn't even,
episode is like 7 days after when it sounds like we recorded it,
we
it's my
didn't. I don't even need to bring this up on the pod. It's like, dude, at some point, do you just want me to record it and upload it?
fault. No, I'll get
I
there.
have enough free
This one
time
was
to
so
just-
stupid because
I
it was
have
like
enough free time to just do it.
I should have done it that day and I didn't. And then the next day, something. Oh, I don't even remember what the hell just happened this weekend.
This
I
is
went
great
somewhere.
content, boys. I'm sure
It is.
everyone cares.
Yeah,
It is.
sorry. Everyone does care. But then I finally
Sorry,
went to
yeah.
do it and I had a chance to do it and the fucking power went out at my house. So
Because those things,
that's
you
how
don't know
my
about
day
this,
went.
But every day for like 3 days straight, I messaged Brent. It's like, hey, do you have a title? Hey, do you have a title? Hey, do you
Yeah,
have a title?
it's,
And he just kept going. But all right.
I did not do a good job. Either way, we're here
know,
now.
the
Hopefully
Jays
I
did a
get
good
this out
job.
today or tomorrow. And yes.
Connor,
Ooh.
is that an Ellie jersey?
Yes, it is.
You worn that on the pod before?
Yeah,
2 episodes ago,
I
actually.
thought so.
2 or 3
I thought
episodes
so.
ago.
Can we use the Reds to transition off of you being late to something else though?
Sure. You want to
I-
talk about the
well,
Reds?
I-
There's a
I think
big
it's-
Reds story.
Yeah, there's a big Reds thing.
I forgot he was a Red.
I think it's like the biggest news of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
of the week.
Can I be honest? I think it's
Sure.
probably going to end up being a non-story by the end of all this. I don't know how likely it is that he gets in the Hall of Fame.
So if you've been living under a rock, essentially, MLB just voted that players on the permanent ineligibility list, their status then changes after they die, which means people like Pete Rose and Shoeless Jackson are now able to be considered for the Hall of Fame.
It makes sense. It's a lifetime ban. Their life ended.
That's fair.
Lifetime is done.
The other interesting thing is, like, that's just for Major League Baseball.
Mhm.
So Hall of Fame can make their own rulings on this.
Mhm.
And I believe it was Baseball's Dad was talking about that I was listening to today.
Jay did say something very confusing about how they voted
Yeah,
on it.
so the Hall of essentially they're having one of the committees put together, I think it's an 8-person ballot that they vote on, but it's gonna be like the small committee type deal, like the 10 to 12, like how Baines and who were some of the other ones recently that got in.
Nealon, I think got in that way.
Fred McGriff.
Yeah.
I think
It's going to be a similar one like that, but it doesn't happen every year. Apparently, the next one is 2027.
Yeah,
right. They did mention that.
So
I don't. It's.
I think Shoeless Jackson probably gets in.
Yeah.
Right? I think Shoeless Jackson gets in. I don't think Pete Rose should, but he will. And that's
I don't even know
my
if
pessimistic
he will.
heart. Like,
I've gone back and forth so many times on it because, like, he didn't bet on his own team. Yeah, sure. I was on that side for a long time, but like in every MLB clubhouse, it says you're not going to bet on baseball.
And while
we just banned Pat Holberg for supposedly his friend having
a
betting account. I mean, I will say the Shohei Ohtani Ippei situation kind of makes it definitely more interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
I do believe that Shohei wasn't involved in that, but like it's tough. It's interesting.
My thing on it is like the gambling thing aside, like he's not the greatest person.
And that's what I wanted to bring
there's
up.
a bunch of not good people in the Hall.
No, but there's not a lot of not good people that have got in lately. People have been kept out of the Hall for a lot less than what Pete Rose has done.
That's different. That's getting voted in by the writers. This is going to be a committee.
Sure. But it'll depend on who the committee is, I think. But I think there's going to be, like, Curt Schilling probably could have been a Hall of Famer. Curt Schilling never got in. because of who he is as a person.
Yeah, that's one. But then my other viewpoint on this, again, this is Baseball's Dead talked about this, and then like I've been thinking about it too since they announced this. But like, okay, you do this, sure, but like Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, Manny Ramirez, all these guys. Yeah, sure, Pete Rose is the hit king. He hung on forever, but like we don't have arguably the greatest right-handed pitcher of all time in the Hall of Fame. Maybe it's not arguable. I think he has the
I don't
most
know if it's
stadiums of all
arguable.
time.
Yeah.
And the best, probably best player ever, best hitter ever, at least. Like, I think hands down.
In our lifetimes, anyway.
Arnid.
Like, yeah.
Like I don't know, man. It's interesting. It's if it happens and Pete Rose gets in, but like Barry and A-Rod and
let's say for argument's sake, like I don't think this is the case, but like the committee has their ballot and the ballot includes Rose, Bonds, Clemens, A-Rod. Where are you ranking Rose in?
That's also a different. Those
no, just generally, like
if you're
off on the side.
Them,
yeah, I'm saying that's your ballot. You have those four to pick from. Where does he rank in that four?
Bonds is 1, and it's not close for me.
I think Clemens is 2.
Yeah,
I think so too.
You can, I guess, you can have the argument for 3.
I think it's a conversation between A-Rod and Rose to see where he is, and I think if that's the case,
Pete Rose.
I think you lean Pete Rose a little more than A-Rod.
Sure.
What's worse? What's worse, gambling or steroids?
I'd say steroids.
It's the whole thing of steroids, but it was like
I think it's the steroids when A-Rod used it is worse than when the steroids when allegedly the other two used it.
Yeah,
that fucking. I think the toughest part to me is there are people in the Hall of Fame that are like, it's not proven, it's not known, but like
terrible people.
Everyone knows use steroids.
Yeah.
We don't need to go through names. That's fine. But there are guys like, well, David Ortiz failed the one test. He's in.
He was the first ballot.
Yeah, like he's not even one of the ones I'm meaning. Like there were guys in the steroid era that were like clearly big steroid users.
Yeah,
that are in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we can have this conversation every week until 2027 at this point. But I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one to see how people view Pete Rose. Like, obviously, probably the greatest contact hitter. Maybe second if you want to count Ichiro, but
I think it's probably Ichiro. Like to me, Ichiro has the most professional baseball hits of all time. But
Pete Rose,
that's different. That is different though. Like, what is it, MPB? Is that the Japanese league?
Yes.
That it doesn't equate it 1-to-1 to me.
No.
But
so it's a conversation either way, and I think that's what you're probably looking at as one of the best 2 contact hitters in MLB history. He's the MLB hit leader. I mean, there's that side, and then there's Pete Rose that has done a whole lot of bad without even talking about the gambling side of things.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's going to be an interesting conversation 2 years when it gets to that point. Anything else you want to touch on it, or?
No, but I just wanted to. I just figured that's the.
It is a good thing to bring up at the top. It is probably the biggest piece of news in weeks. We haven't really had anything important to talk about.
We've been injuries in Jersey Pod the last couple of weeks. Like
pretty much every episode just seems like we talk about the Blue Jays being bad for a little bit, and then we talk about a jersey, and then that's pretty much it. So
it's also nice on me because I could find shit to talk about. But
well, there's just really like I can't think of any big stories that have happened. Like we could talk about how the fact that Aaron Judge is tearing the cover off the ball and it's insane, or the fact that Shohei still isn't supposed to pitch until July or whatever the hell it is, or August.
He's been pushed back to at least the All-Star break.
Like
Sasaki kind of Sasakis.
Sasaki's and now he's hurt.
I'm a little disappointed that we haven't bashed on him a little bit, but that's
he's on the side.
I don't really care.
Like we're bigger people than that, I guess. So I mean, we could talk about this little shit here, but we're a Blue Jays podcast, really, at the end of the day, and all these little storylines are what they are.
So I'm gonna raise my hand for accountability.
Sure.
For my preseason prediction. It is not going to happen. Big Boss is not pitching in the majors
this year. Yeah.
Do we know what he's getting? Because I know it's a UCL injury, and I know he's getting surgery, but
they came out 2 days ago, and all it said is the extent of the procedure and the timing is still to be decided. So
okay. So,
but it's
is this 3 straight years where we've lost our top pitching prospect
okay.
to?
Oh, it gets worse. Do you want to? Someone I
Who's
found
the one
out.
2 years ago?
2 years ago was Barriera, wasn't it?
Barrier wasn't our top.
I think I was thinking Manoah, but
Okay.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we lost
Well,
Tiedemann to not arm surgery, I guess, but
We
I
probably
think
lost
Tiedemann
him
went down
twice.
2 years in a row.
the
So
Jays record of Tommy John of people getting of TJ or like UCL surgery with pitching prospects since 2024. Jake Bloss, Ricky Tiedemann, Landon Marutis, Brandon Barriera, Nolan Perry, TJ Brock, Connor Cook, Chad Dallas, Carson Pierce. And that doesn't include
Alec Manoah.
How do we keep our major league rotation and pen usually very
healthy
high?
as it can ever
been.
Yeah. We've
And
used like
this is in the minors.
We've used like
I
8 starters in the last 3 years.
I have
But
a bone to pick with this front office.
We used 6 like 2 years ago.
it's insane.
Trey Savage is
Bring him up.
cooking in low A.
You are stunting his growth.
A.
Call him up to Vancouver at minimum already. Like,
you have to be in New Hampshire.
Dude, I have this here. The entire Dunedin Jays staff is filthy.
Mm-hmm.
Their worst ERA on the staff is a 2.96.
Is
because what's his name? The Ginger's there too, isn't he?
Because it's Trey Savage, it's Cal Steven, it's Gage Stanifer, Gilberto Batista, who we got in the Danny Jansen trade.
Cal Steven we got in one of these trades.
Cal Steven was drafted. Cal Steven was drafted.
I thought he was one we got.
He was like a 3rd round pick, I think.
Okay,
and then,
I thought he was one of the trades.
Colby Holcomb, who was the worst one.
Who's the young ginger kid that we took pretty high last year to high school?
The ginger kid. I cannot remember his
name. I didn't know we took a ginger kid.
I gotta pull that up.
Never mind. It's not important.
But they are all cooking. And
Cal Steven sounds like he's kind of on a similar trajectory where Tiedemann went, like kind of not a huge prospect going to the draft. Like, what was he, like 3 to 5 round, I think? And then he's kind of like rocketing up towards. So
Trey Savage in 33 1/3, 55 Ks, 8 walks.
Yeah, I don't
Put
know
him in Vancouver or New Hampshire already.
There was. I wish I could.
I think they wanted him to pitch somewhere warm. They said, I guess.
Well, yeah, the more you think about it, other than Dunedin, we're in some very like not warm minor league cities.
Vancouver's not nice.
Vancouver's okay.
Not bad.
It's rain. It's just all rain.
And then New Hampshire's
Buffalo.
Us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all in like the same little line of the coast. Like it's not good. There was one thing I wish I could find it, but they were basically profiling Trey Savage, and he's essentially thrown everything in the same quadrant of the plate so far. Like it's all been the upper right, and all his pitches kind of move the same direction outside of like his changeup. But like he's got the four seam, the cutter, the slider, and the curveball, which all kind of run glove side. He doesn't really have anything that runs arm side.
Yeah,
and like that's fine. I think you can make that work, obviously, but I think if you're gonna be successful in the majors, you're gonna have to try and find something that runs the other way.
He's clearly been good enough his entire career. He hasn't needed it. And you know what? He doesn't need it in low A.
No.
So send him up to high A.
Send him up to high A, please.
Send him double A. He's probably gonna get his shit pushed in some point. Like that's gonna happen based on what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Then you learn how to combat it, how to work other quadrants, add another pitch if you have to. But you're not learning that in low A, where like if I've got, would you say 58 Ks in 33 innings? Why am I changing anything?
55 Ks in 33 innings with 8 walks.
It's really not proving anything down there at that point. Like if you're holding him down there, it's because you want him to work on something or change something or do something. And like if that's just if that's the same thing that he's doing, then just let him move up and cook. Yeah, that's nuts.
He has I think I found some like metrics. He's thrown 95 changeups. He has a 61% whiff rate. He's thrown 13 sliders. He has an 83% whiff rate.
Jesus.
Like
Just move him up. There's no point. It doesn't make
Move
sense.
him up, man.
The guy was an elite college pitcher last year. Like he's pitching against probably mostly 18-year-olds and
Yeah,
like
he's-
mid-round draft picks.
Yeah, he's 21. Like you can send him to Vancouver, and
No.
it won't hurt him. Like
No.
it's May now. May in Vancouver is kind of nice.
You
Like
could send him to fucking AA at this point. It wouldn't hurt him, but I don't know.
But that's what he needs. Like honestly, but no one ever had adversity really. And you kind of saw
Yeah.
how that affected him when he hit
he
it.
did. Yeah.
So, and like same with a lot of guys, like Vlad didn't. I'm just thinking
Mhm.
pitching side, but like you need to hit that adversity. So you need
Mhm.
to get him. You don't need to rush him to a level where he's not ready for it, but like
No.
he's got to hit adversity here at some point because this isn't doing anything for his development.
Yeah, if he's not in AA, at least AA by like the All-Star break or a little bit after that, like what are we doing?
Mhm.
Like
Different
if he keeps
situation,
pitching-
obviously.
Honestly, if he keeps pitching the way he does, like
I'm kind of on the same page with Arjun Damala. Like, I don't think he's close, but I think you should be almost fast tracking the way you're bringing him up. Like, if it's too easy for you in something, you're moving up.
To his credit, I do know Arjun.
Isn't he striking out a ton though? Like there's still.
I think he was, but I'm pretty sure I've heard that he's like making a ton more contact now.
When he was in Dunedin, he was amazing, and then he like went through a bit where he struggled at the end of the season, and then they're like, "Hey, we're challenging you. We're putting you into Vancouver," and he's done amazing. So he's responded.
I think you move him up. Like I know he's 19, I get that, but like there's been guys that have played in the majors at 19. You can move him up to AA at 19. I don't think it's a big deal.
As long as
I think they're both on the same kind of track.
Yeah, I agree
for sure.
Just pulling it up. He's got
him. I'm a little less concerned about because he
Yeah.
is 19.
He's got a long way
He
to go.
didn't play in Vancouver last year, right? Like it was just Dunedin.
As far as I'm aware, it was
So,
just Dunedin.
anyways, like give him a little more time is fine.
Mhm.
But like Savage is just better than everyone on this level, it seems like.
Yeah.
Sorry, I lost my headphones there for a second. Arjun has 29 strikeouts and 142 plate appearances. It's not that bad.
He's an 8.
It's like 30%.
13 walks.
In saying that, he has an 876 OPS. So
yeah,
like
876 OPS, 7 homers, 31 games.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're both guys that I wouldn't mind seeing up sooner rather than later. Not this year, obviously. You're not going to see either one of them, but they're guys in the next year or two. Like I think it's not far fetched to say Trey Savage could pitch for this team next year.
At some point next year, I don't.
At some point,
no.
I don't think he breaks camp, but it shouldn't be far fetched to say he has a chance to get here next year.
And I'd say
they both made big jumps on prospect lists too that have been updated soon or recently.
And while Bo, we don't know what's going on with Bo.
No, exactly.
I don't think we see Arjun until 27.
No, probably not. But I think there's no reason why he can't at least.
There's no reason why he can't play his way into being on the on the team at some point in 26.
Sure.
But I don't think.
No, they won't. I don't think they'll let it happen. But
yeah,
if you lose Bo,
I don't know. This team's done some weird shit, man. Like they're all over the place. Mm-hmm. They waited so long for Vlad, Biggio, Bichette, but then they pushed Manoah and Kirk. Insanely.
Kirk Manoah was out of damn near like necessity.
Kirk was because he was hot.
Yeah.
Two completely different things. You're right.
Manoah was like, "Hey, we have TJ Zoik pitching right now for us. Like, we can't."
Either this or we hold tryouts to see if we can find somebody that can pitch. Like, was kind of the two options.
We don't need another Tommy Malone start out of us. Please just get the rookie that's pitched like maybe 30 innings in the minors. Like
Kirk was just like, well, this guy hits the ball really well, and we could use someone that could hit the ball really well now. And he came up. It was pretty much all that happened there. Alejandro Kirk. Speaking of, I don't really have much more to say on the other two, but he's hot as hell right now.
He
was 5 for 7 in that Seattle series. He went 2 for 3 last night.
It was ever since he had the moment against Devin Williams.
Mm-hmm.
He's been fucking really good.
Yeah.
Like, so
he's earning every bit of what I thought was a pretty good contract.
Is it safe to say they have the best catching tandem in baseball right now, hitting wise?
I's still hitting like 4 something, isn't he?
It's ridiculous.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, that plus the defense, like he's still throwing guys out at a pretty good clip.
We can get into it quickly with he threw out Chandler Simpson yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's fast.
Dude, it's fucking Jesus on the base paths.
Yeah.
They need
No, he's been good.
we need a new stat.
Hmm.
I don't think the stats we have right now capture the intangibles well enough
No.
because the speed he brings is like next level.
Terrifying.
Simpson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was a play in yesterday's game as I'm recording the high chopper and you could see Vladdy go fuck and he like jumps for it and the Rays broadcast was like if he just went
Yeah.
step he's out.
Right.
Like, it's just the fear of this
So fast.
sprinting down the line.
I don't know. I think it was fairly early in the game. He chopped one like off the plate, and he was at first base before the ball reached the fielder.
Yeah, like how
That's
he
crazy.
doesn't have an inside the park home run at this point. I'm shocked. Like if you put a ball into the gap, it's
He'll be
probably
there.
3. Like
He'll be there not too long from now, I don't think. It won't take much, man. That guy flies. He did he scored from I remember hearing this on Baseball's Net, I think it was. He scored
he scored from second on
a sac
ball
fly from second.
No, no. It was
I
a
think that was
ground
in
ball.
college.
It was
That's what I said.
against the Yankees. He scored on a ground ball that didn't leave from second on a ball that didn't leave the infield.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
Like
That must be cool. That's like remember all the stories you hear about Billy Hamilton? And they were all like this like legend that he was doing in the minors.
like,
Now it's like, well, we have this on camera. Like Chandler Simpson is actually
for the
doing
sake
this.
of Chandler Simpson, I hope he hits better than Billy Hamilton.
Yeah.
Like, granted, he did hit like 350 in the minors last year. So
Simpson?
yeah,
Apparently
Yeah,
he's got
but
good
that's
ball
like
skills.
that's like a below 100 OPS plus because he has no power.
yeah.
He's just fast.
He did steal 100 some bases last year.
But like Billy Hamilton couldn't put the bat on the ball. Apparently Simpson's pretty good at putting the bat on the ball. And when you're that fast, that's really all you have to do. It's like Kirk if Kirk was fast.
He's
kinda...
real life Willie Mays Hayes. Just put
Yeah.
the ball on the ground and run.
Yep. Yep. I got 100 of these. Yeah. Crazy.
We didn't even talk about the fact that you mentioned it quickly, but the Jays swept in Seattle.
Yes. That's
Like,
what I was trying to get back to there.
We had been sweepless in Seattle, hadn't we?
3-game sweepless in like 30 years, I think. It's the first one at T-Mobile Park.
We had never swept the Mariners in Seattle.
Believe it. I don't know.
It was either we hadn't swept them ever at T-Mobile in like because they've only had T-Mobile for like 20 something years at this point.
No, we have not swept Seattle in Seattle.
That is insane.
Ever.
That is insane.
It just feels wrong. I feel like we do well every time we're there.
Or at least I mean they're
or maybe it just feels good because the crowd's there.
Yeah.
That could be it.
Yeah. But
yeah, I don't know. It's crazy because like obviously it was a sweep, but they scored 6, 6, and 9.
Yeah, it was the weekend of Addison Barger and Nathan Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Barger is
he's the
figuring it out in a hurry, dude.
He's the third baseman, and you don't talk about it anymore.
Nope. Jimenez comes back. I don't know where you put Ernie, but he's taking his spot, and Ernie's just hanging out somewhere.
I'm assuming
they're going to platoon at third base, dude. It's literally totally fine.
Barger
doesn't hit lefties well. Ernie does.
Ernie's credit,
Ernie plays a good defense, better than Barger. It makes total sense.
To Ernie's credit, he's hitting like 500.
He's been hitting well too.
He's been in 400 for
like
the last bit.
Barger's not that good of a bat that you need to start him against lefties until he proves otherwise.
Yeah, he hit his second, but like, I'm assuming you guys saw the exit velocity stat. Like Addison Barger, like on average, the only people that hit the ball harder than him are like O'Neal Cruz, Aaron Judge, and Shohei Ohtani. Like
that man, if he can figure it out at a more consistent rate, it's a huge bat to have in your lineup. You can't deny it.
And the team is just hitting home runs now again. Like they figured out the power.
Yes.
Like
he's hitting. Vlad hit one today.
Nathan Lucas.
Lucas has a couple.
Bo is hitting.
Bo is like 3 now.
George.
Yeah.
Still like
this is what the Jays lineup should have been. The problem now is that the bullpen is forgetting how to beat the bullpen again.
I mean,
the main pieces of the bullpen, I'll say, have been
one game
disappointing.
Well, other than we're not talking about the Angels one, but there was one game.
Jeff's had a couple of tough ones in a row. Jimmy's had some interesting ones. Was it the Seattle series where he loaded the bases and then got out of it?
Oh my lord. That
Very interesting.
bases loaded, nobody out. And
not
he
the
said,
best feeling of all time, but he got out of it, so we'll give him that. It's it is what it is.
Rafael Dolis the fuck out of that.
Yeah, the Rays series obviously started with another offensive explosion.
Ended with a heartbreaking loss, but
from Jeff.
We had at least 4 or 5 bombs in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Bo hit
I
one.
think it was 4.
Varsho had one.
Varsho had 2.
Ernie had one, and then Varsho hit like
another.
He channeled his inner Kevin Biggio.
He hit the 5th deck.
Yeah, dude. God,
I didn't see it. I was listening to it on the radio, but
yeah, I know they're managing his shoulder, but he needs to be playing every day.
We need to stop managing his shoulder. His shoulder seems pretty fine.
Yeah, like
it seems like every day that he's in there right now, he's either hitting a homer or making an incredible defensive play.
Yeah,
this is kind of when you made that trade. This is kind of what you wanted him to be.
Yeah,
yeah, more.
Yeah. More probably. We were just being like, I remember when we were talking about it, it was like, hey, if you could just hit like 235 and give us like 20, 25 bombs a year with the defense you play, we'll take it.
I don't think anyone was expecting this level of defense either, though. Like we were expecting good.
No, not like greatest defender in baseball type
in
of
Jay's
shit.
history, damn near. Like
yeah. He's got 5 homers in 11 games.
Complete side note. It's been so nice to see people actually know what good defense looks like and not just I have bad reads and I dive at things. Kevin Pillar.
Yeah, this is there's one, sorry Nate, there was one play, I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, but he it was like a 5-star catch, like it had like a 50% fucking catch probability, and he made it look easy. Like he got there and like he slid at the end of it, but it was like nothing. He ran it down. Yeah. And it was like apparently like one of the highlights of the week before was somebody, I forget who it was, that made a play just like that where they had to lay out for the thing, and Varsho got there standing up, and it's like
because he gets an extra 3 feet jump on the average.
It's crazy, dude.
Outfielder.
His jumps are fucking insane. His jumps are insane,
unbelievable. And like for a guy that he's not really that fast.
No,
like he's fast, but he's not like average. He's not Chandler Simpson level fast to be doing shit like this.
He's not Kevin Kiermaier level fast to play the level of defense that Kevin Kiermaier.
Oh, exactly. That's kind of like, I'm not saying Dalton Varsho's slow by any means. Like he's an above average runner and closer to fast, but he's not an elite guy that should be getting these kinds of jump and running balls down like it's absolutely nothing and getting there standing up. Yeah. Like there's guys that are faster than him that are significantly worse at defense. Blows my mind. Yeah. He's on base. Obviously not very legit. It's fucking an 8-game sample size or 11-game sample size, whatever I said. It's on pace for 73 home runs in 162 games.
And none of the 5 that he's hit so far have been like wall scrapers. Like
no, he gets every stitch of it right now. This is also after
the 2 home run game were the 2 hardest hit balls of his career.
Yeah,
were they?
Mm-hmm.
Insane.
I think the one that put them ahead in the 8th was like 113 or 114. Like.
This is also coming off of the spring training where he just hit the shit out of everything too. Like he was crushing home runs in spring training. And we were like,
hey, just DH him for the.
I don't care if he's hurt, just play.
Yeah. Sorry, boys. I'm battling with sun a bit here again.
That's okay. I gotta see it taking over you there a little bit. Yeah, it's the bat that we were kind of looking for the first month and change. It's nice to have that in the lineup now. I was talking earlier with a buddy of mine. We were saying like if you can get him going and Vlad, Bo, Tony, and then you have Barger hitting for pop now. That's fair, 5 guys in your lineup that can hit.
To be fair,
and Kirk,
and then Kirk's hitting for contact.
To be fair, out of all the people you just named, only one of them isn't going.
Yeah.
It's Tony.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
if you, I mean, he's
Bo
got
and Vlad are leaving some to be desired.
Bo's
coming around though.
Oh, he's coming around.
Like, yes, but still leaving some to be desired.
He's up to is it? I think it's 3 homers now, right?
Yeah,
he's had some big ones.
I don't think it's not. But Bo is not like meh.
He's 280.
Didn't do it like it. He's given you enough to like be like, all right.
Mm-hmm. What's his OPS?
Just trying to find it.
I think it's
732 now.
Oh Jesus, it's mid. Oh God, all right.
It was
leaving some to be
670
desired.
last week.
I understand, but it's still
So I
leaving
mean,
some to be desired. Is Vlad
Gotta-
over 8 yet?
I can look it up in a
He
second.
has to be over
Bo
it.
has an OPS plus of 107, so it's a little above average, but he's finding it more now than he was the last few weeks, and I think that's one thing you're
Yeah.
kind of looking at Bo to being like, I think there's steps forward that he's making here. Tony hasn't really found that. Like he'll hit the odd
No.
homer that you're like, damn, that was crushed, and
This
then
is why we signed you. And then
and then he'll swing and miss at a pitch that's above his head, and it's just not prettiest thing.
Vlad is at 833 right now.
Okay,
That's
that's
fine.
better.
Yeah,
That's better. It's not
he's up to
$500 million,
four
but
or
it's
five
better.
5 home runs. I think he hit his fifth today.
I mean, to be fair, in his last 15, he does have, if I'm doing the math right, a 961. So
He's
Okay.
coming around. He's 1.0 B-WAR.
There you go.
That's not elite, but it's good. We'll take it.
It's not.
He started slow. He's hitting almost 300. He's in 291. I know it's average, but we'll take that.
I do want to touch on one of our new acquisitions because I missed. I don't know what I know you guys talked about it briefly last week, but I missed it. Richard Urania, or no, Jose Urania. What the fuck Urania do we have?
Jose.
Who's Jose?
I love
Shit.
Brent, what did I say last week?
No,
Jose Urania is
no.
making
Shut
people
up,
think
shut
of
up,
Richard.
shut up. You're not taking credit for this. I texted in our group chat before that and said Richard Urania is better than Jose Urania. You're not taking fucking credit for that,
No,
you motherfucker.
That was literally his point, though. He literally said this guy is making people think of Richard Urania at this point.
I know.
That's his big move.
I know.
My big point.
I understand. I honestly forgot the name. But I'm saying I took
Yeah,
credit for
Jose.
that.
Jose Urania.
That credit is me.
Is he your Luis Frias, whatever
No, he does not look right at all in a Blue Jays jersey. Like,
yeah.
you know how there's guys that like look like they like belong in that jersey?
It looks like you were just here on a road to the show team or something.
He's not one of them.
Dude.
He won't be here much longer.
What
He's
is he
been
saying?
okay. I
He's
don't
been
like.
fine.
He's been fine.
I've got no issues with him, but I don't know where he sticks once Turnbull's ready,
Yeah, but
Or if
Turnbull's still
we-
a ways away from what
or
I've
if we magically
heard.
get Scherzer back at any point in time.
Yeah.
You got Lauer too, so it's going to be between the two of them. I think
And,
whoever's
yeah.
better.
I don't know if you're
Lauer's a lefty, right?
I don't know if you're in here or we're talking
Is
about
he?
it. Urania's
Think so.
pitching today. Right, he just pitched.
Is he pitching?
He just he gave up a 2-run bomb to Brandon Lau, but we don't
Oh.
want to talk about that. So
He started?
no,
No.
he came out of the pen.
Oh, it came out of the pen.
So apparently the report is Lauer is going to start on Saturday. So to be fair, like they piggyback off each other. It's whatever. Like,
Yeah.
but Lauer's
I don't hate it. You get through it with two guys, two different looks. From what I remember, Urania throws a bit harder. Lauer's
Yeah.
kind of sits
Urania's
like
like
slower
90
lefty. So
Urania's like 95, 96.
yeah, and Lauer's like 91, 92.
Yeah, but like
It's two different looks, two different sides of the plate. You can screw with the lineup a little bit for the other team. Like,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
to their credit, the last time they both pitched in a game together was game 3 in Seattle. Urania went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits and then a run. Lauer went 4 2/3, gave up 1 hit and no earned runs. Like,
Yeah.
so
You know who's quietly been great too is Yariel.
He's been nasty.
Crazy. Like
I
as a
forget the
1 inning
stat.
reliever, man.
I forget the stat I saw today of our lefties too
Oh,
this year.
I have it. Brandon.
Brendan Little.
Before today, anyway, Brendan Little and Mason Fluharty combined 4-0 record with 11 holds, 36 innings, 45 strikeouts, 2 ERA, a .89 WHIP, and a .64. And
Hey,
also,
if you had told me you were getting that from our lefties in the pen, I wouldn't have thought it was these two, but I'll take it.
and also before today, Mason Fluharty over the last month has only given up 1 hit to a right-handed batter.
I was
And
gonna
it
say that
was-
one too.
And
Danny
you
Jansen.
know, it was Danny Jansen. Also, gave up another hit today to Danny Jansen.
Yeah.
he's
Danny
been dealing
Jansen's got
well.
the secret sauce. He
He's-
caught him in fairness. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Um,
he's been dealing. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
incredible.
it's not overpowering. It's not like your prototypical stuff, really, from either of them. But
It's a cut
hey,
like
it's working.
with Fluharty, it's a cutter and a sweeper. And
Yeah.
either of them aren't relatively velocity heavy. Like,
Just back on Yariel quick. He's given up 1 run in his last 5 or 6, sorry. None in 4 straight, and he's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Ks in his last six outings. All of them but one has been more than one inning.
Yeah,
Stuff's there right now, man.
This is the one
it's
pitch
good.
from
It's
the
good
end.
to see. Like it's gonna be interesting because like when's Sandelin due back?
That honestly, I haven't
We've
even
got
heard.
this.
Don't
We've
know.
got John Fisher in the bullpen now, right?
Braden. You motherfucker.
Um,
We have Eric Swanson on rehab right now
yeah,
in Dunedin.
Actually, I thought he was done for a while again.
right. You've
Hmm.
like we've also got Chad Green who's not pitching well, and I don't think this front office can afford to have that. So like if he's not pitching well, you put someone else in that role, right? Like your lefties are handling their business. You got Sandlin
Yeah,
coming back. Yariel's handling his business right now.
Hmm.
this is
Maybe he's the odd man out and gets DFA'd. Like who knows? It
yeah,
wouldn't be
Brent.
ideal, but
Yeah, Brent. I told you this a little bit
Hmm.
ago, and now it's coming more and more true. If Yariel's at his peak, he's a budget Jimmy Garcia.
Yeah,
He's a great value Jimmy. Like he,
yeah. I mean, his stuff could be fantastic. Like what he can do with the baseball is better than a lot of people can do, and it
just
just hasn't worked so far.
just let him sit there and cook.
there was a
Yeah,
splitter he threw.
One
He
inning.
did. He
yeah.
it was the most Yariel thing ever.
Hmm.
He did like his little half fucking shimmy on like
Mm.
2-2, and then does a fucking sidearm splitter that just goes and struck him out.
Nuts,
I'm like,
nuts.
all right, this is everything I wanted.
It.
The
He's
Jays
got this.
lost.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
lost
yeah.
8-3.
I gotta give up on that one.
But we
But
buried the real lead. The dome was open today,
The
boys.
dome's open.
yeah, that's huge. It is. It's been beautiful this week, honestly, like
Yeah.
weather-wise, since save
Yeah.
for the rain 2 days ago, yesterday, whenever that was.
Mhm.
But no, just back on Yariel real quick. Keep him as far away from the first inning as you possibly can, and I think you're fine. He was great as a reliever, terrible as a starter, just as bad as an opener. He had like one opener spot where he gave up a home run in the first inning, and that was it.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah,
built
like
to
I
be
think
six,
he's
seven,
a
eight.
high leverage guy
He
Yep.
did
at this
it.
point. Like I
Yep.
get it, the incentives were there, so he would probably rather start. Like they would rather have him
Sorry,
start,
dude.
but like it is what it is at this point.
Again,
If you
he's
tell him
making
your two options are pitch in the later innings or get DFA'd, I think he'll take the
again,
later innings
he's
with the same
making
amount of money.
5-6 million. If that was as a starter,
Oh
that's
yeah, like
fantastic. If he was in the bullpen, it's still really good.
Fine.
Like
Yeah.
clouds are out. I can sit normally for like a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sandlin threw from 90 feet yesterday.
Yeah, so he's
That's the last
some time
update.
away. Like
I lost our doc here. That's it from games, right? There was anything else in those two games that anyone wanted to bring up, or
uh, I mean,
I hardly watched any baseball this week, boys. I'm not
that's
gonna
fine.
lie.
Seattle.
Class A's up, and he seems like he's performing somewhat.
He did. He's been fine.
He's
Like he
yep.
did have a double
Oh,
against the Mariners. So
did we didn't. He wasn't gone the last time we podcasted, right?
Stewart.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He wasn't
Yes.
traded yet, but he was DFA'd.
Oh,
Yeah. Was he DFA'd? I couldn't remember if he
yes.
was.
Yeah, he was DFA'd by the time you.
Stuart Burrow is going to win another ring or win a ring this year, so that's
Stewart
cool.
Burrow-
No,
Stewart Burrow
he's
is
not. 'Cause he's not gonna fucking
Yes, he is.
he's not gonna play on the team because
Yes, he is.
can't even hit in AAA.
He doesn't have to hit in that team. He doesn't have to play. He's going to sit there and pinch run when they need him. That's
So
it.
He's
That's
not
going to be
that
his only
fast.
role.
He's gonna be
Like he's
Kevin
fast, but like
He's
I'm
fast.
sure they got somebody better than him speed wise who can actually use the bat.
And the Dodgers,
Dude, they have
their
so
outfield depth
they're
is ass. It's ass.
Conforto,
They're all hurt.
Pajes, Teo,
Teo.
Teo's hurt.
Oh fuck, Edmonds hurt too. God damn it.
Yeah.
The Dodgers have
They're all
no
hurt right
depth,
now. He's
period.
going to show up and run the bases. That's his only role here as a Dodger. He's going to come back up in September and he's going to run the bases. And then he's probably going to be on the postseason roster just to run the bases. That's his only goal. He's going
I'm
to win a ring because of
not with you on this.
it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Stewart,
Can't hit.
Stewart,
It's
of
fine.
all the hills to die on, the Stewart Baroa hill was for you is
He's just
so
such a nice
fascinating.
guy.
Like
He's
it's,
such a
Conforto,
nice-
Taylor, Outman, Pajes.
Yeah.
Are they active? Let's see, 40 man.
well, and then
Bro, I don't know what this guy's even doing. I didn't know he was here, but he's definitely faster than fucking what's his name?
Eddie Rosario?
No, they have Exterior Ruiz.
Oh, that's
Oh
right.
yeah, they picked him up at the beginning of the year.
He's in the minors. He's in 279. He's got an 835.
Yeah, but he's not Stuart Burrow.
He's better and he's faster. Oh,
Bring
Burrow
them
is on
both
the
up.
40 man still.
Is he?
Interesting.
Well, they gave him for cash, so
Yeah, but I thought when we DFA'd him, that would take him off. Either way.
it should.
But if somebody picks him up, I believe he has to stay on their 40 man.
Okay. Is an
If
89th
he
percentile
goes
sprint speed.
through waivers and gets outrighted, then he can select he can opt into the assignment or he can elect free agency and then anyone can pick him up and
Yeah.
he doesn't have to be in a
Well,
Okay.
speaking of outrighted, I do know that it's still in Jay's news. Dylan Tate got outrighted, so he's still in the system. If we ever need him again, which hopefully we don't, honestly.
Wouldn't care if I never saw Dylan Tate again. I don't dislike him. He just doesn't do anything. It's fine. There's better options. Is this Fisher guy been okay? It seems like he's come in and been okay, right?
Like he hasn't given up a run yet, I don't think. So
yeah, I miss Schultz.
Yeah. Yeah, we
I don't even know if he was good after his first outing, but I miss him.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Is there I think we didn't mention the Bautista incident while we were recording, did we? Or the Odor incident. 9 years ago today, which is fucking insane because that means we're coming up on the 10-year anniversary of the bat flip. 9 years ago today was when that Odor punched Bautista in the face.
Oh yeah, we are. Okay, I had that name. Yeah.
Because the bat flip
was the year prior.
Bat flip was 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This was retaliation months later.
Yeah.
Like
I thought you said 10 years ago today, and I was like, no, that was well before that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's okay. Long day.
It's okay.
Long day.
Yeah, we're closing in on 10 years since that. Does not feel like 10 years ago. But
yeah.
Yeah. Rougned Odor is doing nothing. But in fairness, Bautista's old and not doing anything either.
He tried to pitch.
He did try to pitch.
He did.
Did he not pitch in the Olympics or something?
It might have been like Olympic qualifying. I
think. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. I could have sworn they let him do something stupid like that.
But I want to kind of tie into that because I saw a thing MLB posted, a throwback to 10 years ago, so 2015.
Okay.
Did you see it, Brandon? I think I sent it to you.
I kind of looked at it quick.
But like, was baseball not more fun 10 years ago? This is maybe me being old man yelling at clouds, but
this
like
is also you being like, "Hey, the Jays are winning playoff series."
No, because we said that to him too, and
I don't think anything to do with the Jays. Like my thought process is, I think the game is in a very good place right now. I think the rule changes have helped a lot. I think the athleticism we're seeing right now is wildly greater than probably any other point. The players' ability to express themselves, same thing, right? Like all of that is amazing, but it's just different to me. I don't know. It seems like we've just gotten so boom or bust. Like the value of a Joey Gallo is insane, and your Chandler Simpson is nothing.
Joey Gallo is a reliever.
To be fair, I think we've dialed back a little bit from that. We're still we're still closer to that than what we are 10 years ago, but I think they've dialed it back a bit more because
I think stealing bases has become way more fun.
Yes, the bases are bigger, but like you still don't see guys hit and running or like bunting a guy over, moving guys around, which like maybe not everyone finds that exciting.
I don't find that as fun.
I enjoy the small ball aspect of it because watching a game and there are 3 significant plays in a game and it's 3 home runs and that's it. Maybe there's a guy on base walked or whatever, but like I'm not saying there's only 3 hits, but like there's 3 significant plays where there's action. It just doesn't like there's no.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
It doesn't flow as well. Does that make sense? Like the game flow isn't.
Yeah.
I would rather
that's my
see...
gripe. I'm not like
Personally, I'd rather see 3 home runs than 3 suicide squeezes. That's kind of where I'm at. I know that's an extreme of what you're talking about, but
the game flow
Yes.
is faster now, but it's not like
yeah,
Yes, and I'm not saying 3 suicide squeezes. I'm saying
no,
like
obviously.
a hit and run and stuff to move a guy
Mhm.
around and like
Mhm.
actually like scoring runs the way you can through not
Yeah,
just home runs. It just
right. I
I
think
don't
there's
know.
a little bit to that. Like we've also seen like 3 20-run games in the last week and a half. Like I think it has been more to it. I don't think it helps that we have teams like the Rockies and no disrespect, Connor, but the White Sox
So
and
that was
other teams
my
like that.
next thing.
we can bring it up
There
quickly.
are it's going to be 3 years in a row where we're going to be borderline
The
worst
worst
team
team
of
of
all
all
time
time.
because we went
We
from
can
the
bring it up.
A's,
Like Bud
we
Black
went
got
to the White
fired.
Sox, and we went to
Mhm.
the Rockies.
Yeah,
Bud Black got fired the same day that his GM gave him a vote of confidence.
yeah, and this was
Yeah.
but this was the day at what was this, the day after they gave up 21 runs to the Padres.
The day. In the
Like,
morning, they said, yeah, Bud Black is our guy. He's not going anywhere. Then they lost 20-3 and he got fired.
But and I think that's part of it is some of these teams are just so goddamn uncompetitive.
Mm-hmm.
And like I know that's been a thing for a long time, and I don't know how you fix it.
No.
I
yeah,
don't.
and
Like
two, I mean, I hate to
it
credit. Yeah,
fucking sucks, but the only thing I can think of is a salary floor means you have to have a salary cap. And I don't love either idea.
yeah,
Um,
Tell the
but
teams.
like that's the thing. Sell your fucking team if you're not going to spend. At least
That's
like
yeah,
at least Tampa and Oakland have
Mm.
made a run for about 10, 15, Oakland maybe even 20 years now
Mm-hmm.
of being
Oakland can
consistent.
get better every time.
That's the thing. That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. They can be consistently successful.
Mhm.
Tampa's on about a 15-year run where they've been consistently competitive with
Mhm.
smaller payrolls.
Mhm.
The
Like,
last time the Rockies were well, to be fair, the Rockies did make the playoffs in like 18, 19 and stuff, but like
Yeah.
even like that was like spurts, the small
Yeah.
spurts
it was
of
one
Rockies
year.
success. Like yeah,
They were good when I was a
Like,
kid.
well they had 07 and that was it, and
Mm.
they got dog walked in the World Series. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
but like yeah, and like you were saying, to even credit the A's, and I hate doing it. Like look at them now.
Well, that's
They're
what I
a
mean. Like
fun fucking team to
they
watch.
they
It doesn't
they
take
do
much.
this. They do this. They have their peak 3, 4 years. They go in a real deep valley and they come back out
Back
the other
up.
side strong.
And
They've done it consistently here now.
that you
So
can
at
kind
least
of
we know they can do that.
the Rockies. What are you
But
doing?
like, and same with the
Crazy.
fucking White Sox. I get it. It's tough because that team just fell off out of nowhere.
Yeah. They
Mhm.
should have
But
been
like,
good.
They should have
but
been.
like, it's
Yeah.
fucking embarrassing to watch.
Yeah.
It's
So are the Rockies. I don't need the Rockies might be up there for the worst run franchise in baseball right now.
like
Craziest thing about all this, sorry, Connor. Do you know where the Rockies rank in attendance? Like average wise?
if you say top 10, I'm gonna fight you.
No, not that high, but they're
And
18th.
they
Okay, well,
Like they're in the they're not in the bottom third of the league.
Two teams can't
Two
get more
teams
than 10K
are
in
mine.
their stadium.
Yeah, but those two teams are Tampa and the A's, so
There's
they wouldn't have got
also-
it anyways.
there's also Miami
Mm-hmm.
and Chicago.
And
Mhm.
Pittsburgh.
You guys have dialed in the bottom 4 right now.
There's Pittsburgh.
There's Pittsburgh, that's number 5,
Like,
and then it's Minnesota, Kansas,
Pittsburgh
Cleveland.
surprises me that low.
if it's not a
They
Skeens,
don't show up when they're bad.
yeah, if it's not a Skeens,
Yeah,
day,
but like you at least have Skeens.
They're also pissed. Like Pittsburgh fans are not happy right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I think that's having a lot to do with it. Yeah, so Pittsburgh, Minnesota, Kansas, Cleveland, Cincy, Baltimore, Detroit, Washington, then Colorado.
we need to talk about them.
They stink.
They're last place.
Are they last now?
They just got swept by the Minnesota Twins. Sidebar: the Minnesota Twins
The
are on
Minnesota Twins are
on an
nasty.
11-game win streak right
Yeah,
now.
and they have the 6th
well,
worst
did you
attendance
see
in
what
the
happened
majors.
last night? Let's just like fucking calm ourselves down.
Wasn't that today?
That's it.
Where
Correa and
the
Buxton.
one where Buxton and
Was that
Correa
today?
decided it?
I
Yeah.
thought it was last night.
No,
No,
it's
it was
today.
today.
Yeah,
But like
That-
the Orioles,
they
man.
can't stay up.
Still, 11 straight is pretty cool.
Yo, if you
Yeah.
told me Tomoyuki Sagano was their best pitcher, I would have been like, all right, they're clear in first place. But no, they're clear in last place.
It's
I
tough.
like-
Like, is
So-
Eflin back or is he still hurt?
It's
That-
let me-
So is that He's hurt. Is that what you're saying?
I think he's hurt.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
It's tough losing him and Grey Rod.
It's bad, but
Still.
they're still really bad behind him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like their offense, the amount of people that
Adley's
have a
almost
whole
like
goal.
unplayable.
Adley's almost unplayable. Tyler O'Neill, who we thought was Jesus
Very
for a
high.
little bit of time here, he is maybe a 619 OPS right now.
Yeah, it's
Cedric
bad.
Mullins, who is one of their bright spots, is batting 227. Like,
I like it. I'm pretty sure I mentioned Adley before, and he had a great first week, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm wrong. And then he just fell apart again, and I love every part of it.
Yeah.
I don't know how the hell they got to here. Were they not a 100-win team last year, or was that the year before?
I think it was the year before. I think they were high 90s. Because the Yankees won the
Division.
For reference,
division?
they're a clear 5 wins behind the Orioles or behind the Rays for 4th place.
Yeah.
Like
The Yankees win the division last year?
yeah. Yankees won
They
the
did?
division last year.
I think so.
Yeah.
Connor seems
Yeah,
very
the O's were a
confident in
wild
it,
card
so
team.
Orioles were a wild card team. But like it's the fact that like everybody in the AL East has at least 20 wins now. The Orioles are 15 and 27. Like
I do want to say on that, like back on the Jays just briefly, I said it last week, but like if you were this front office,
Mhm.
I think you're still one bat short. With
Mhm.
Barger, with Varshall performing like this, you're still one bat short.
yeah.
Whether it's Tony as an outfielder or Tony DHing, go pick up a left fielder or a DH and just go.
Yeah.
Because this division is so gettable right now.
Again, you're saying this. They're a game under 500 and they're 4 games back of the division.
Dude, it's
Also-
so gettable.
Also, this team is we're 1 game under 500, right? That's what you said.
Yeah, 1 game under 500.
Well, you're 1 game under 500, and it feels like we've been terrible since the start of the year. Like at some point, you're gonna go on a run here. And if you can hover at 500 for a month or two, and then go on that run, like the division is right there. The wild card spot is right there.
The best way to look at it
Is
if you are 500 at least for the majority of your months, and then you have 1 or 2 months where you're like 5 or 6 games above it.
That's 10, 11 games over
Probably
500.
a playoff.
Putting you in a good spot.
Like,
yep.
Is Milwaukee like pretty well out of it at this point?
I would want to say yeah. Like
The tape, I haven't really been looking.
Why don't we look at a guy that we talked about a few years ago, maybe coming to the Blue Jays?
Christian Yelich?
Rhys
Hoskins?
Rhys Hoskins, okay. Because you said outfielder, so I was like, Christian Yelich?
I said DH or outfielder.
Okay.
You can DH for you. You could put Barger in the outfield if you really wanted to and slide Vladdy to third. Like
Hoskins is hitting 292 with 5 bombs this year. Like we're talking about Dalton Varsho putting up good numbers, and that's pretty much what he's doing.
That looked pretty good in the middle of the lineup with Springer and Tony.
858 OPS, 141 OPS plus. I mean, I don't see why not. I'm pretty sure he's on the last year of that deal.
I think so, right?
Either that or he has one more player option.
I heard it brought up somewhere else, but that's why I thought of it. That's why I thought of the player. But like,
I think
or an Arenado, you circle back. It's not a perfect fit, but
he doesn't want to be here.
Ryan McMahon went on a little bit of a tear.
Yeah.
Maybe if you get him in not Colorado. Like,
speaking of the Royals, Ryan O'Hearn.
Yeah.
Ryan O'Hearn, he's actually been hitting pretty well.
He's been
Why don't we go for a different Ryan?
Mountcastle?
Ryan Howard.
No, Mountcastle.
Oh, isn't he ass?
Yeah, but he crushes the ball.
Hits here. Sure.
This is fair. Like
I don't buy into Ryan Mountcastle being good. He's just been good against the Blue Jays, and that's it.
He'll just bench. He'll literally not play unless it's a home game.
He has 2 homers this year.
Okay,
they're just bad.
He's in 34. He's just
they're just bad.
I don't want him.
While we're in the AL East, did you guys see maybe the greatest catch ever?
Oh, Rafael and Abreu.
That was cool.
Oh my gosh,
that was cool.
It was great.
I have never seen anything like that before.
No, I was pissed because I have Kerry Carpenter too. in our
Oh,
home
that-
league.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, Brock.
He's fired.
So yeah,
In one of my other fantasy leagues, speaking of the Tigers, I picked Javier Baez up off of waivers.
dude,
Oh my
Hobby is
God.
ridiculous. What?
Like
He's just found it again? Is that what we're going with?
Seems to be the
seems-
consensus.
yeah.
Good
And
That
for
makes no
him.
sense. Good
and
for
like
him.
it makes I think they asked the question on like one of Chris Rose's shows. What shocks you more? The downfall or like the resurgence? What is more surprising? Like
Probably the resurgence. I thought he was dead in the water.
The downfall at this point, now looking back at it, you almost wonder if there was something going on. Like if he was hurt or like something mentally,
I think
family
it was a
wise.
bit.
Like,
I can't remember who brought the point up, but it feels like it was almost okay. I got paid. This team is bad. Regardless of how I play, I still get paid. And then last year they fucked around and made the playoffs without him, and he's like, I need to lock in now. I need to get back on my shit.
yeah.
Should be obviously
Still,
it's very early.
I think the coolest play I've ever seen, the WBC no look
tag.
catch and point to Yachty.
So good, man.
Catch, tag, and pointing, not looking.
Yeah,
Like,
not even looking. He used to be so slick, man.
He
Like
was one
everything
of the
he
most
did was just
fun-
super cool.
In a weird way, and I hope you guys follow me when I say this. He walked so Fernando Tatis Jr. could run.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying.
Like
That like flair
that
to their
flair,
game,
like all that shit. Like
yeah.
I
This
don't
would
see
be
it the same. It's different because Tatis really became an outfielder pretty quick, but I
Yeah.
didn't see he didn't have the defensive flair. Like
No.
Baez was like
he was just doing
silky.
cool shit. Yeah.
Speaking of Tatis, and you guys probably haven't seen this. Did you see like the side angle of his walk-off home run? Where he's facing Kenley Jansen.
Hmm.
He gets his foot down before Kenley even like releases the ball. And he fucks up, has to adjust, and then immediately just goes, all right, go on 430. Like it's insane.
nuts,
Like,
man.
we've been just jumping around this pod. Like
Yeah, we're all over the map. I don't even know how much of this we actually had on the dock, but that's okay.
We just have injuries now at this point, and then like a retirement.
Fantastic. No jerseys this week?
No, apparently,
jerseys this
I mean,
week.
we know what
Did the Red Sox officially announce theirs? Because they're
doing it
apparently
this
doing
weekend.
that this weekend.
Yeah,
but
apparently.
did they? So they haven't officially announced it then?
No, but we like it's like the J shit. We've seen what it looks like.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So
I haven't seen it.
They're just like announcing it and wearing them the same day. You say you haven't seen it?
No.
It's the Green Monster.
Green Monster.
Remember when we?
Oh, right.
It was from the same like group of pictures that we had with the White Sox.
I totally forgot about all those.
Yeah,
in fairness,
honestly,
it could be different because the Monkeys one was different.
To be fair,
It was pretty well the same other than the name, I think.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know how many more of the teams we have left to get ones this year.
I can't imagine there's that many more.
Yeah.
None of them really
I can't even remember
interest
who
me at
has
this
one.
point anymore.
I like the Jays one. We'll just go with those.
I'm just kind of over. We need like a quarter
It's a
of the
money
league
maker.
getting. I get it.
Yeah.
But does the quarter of the league need to get new jerseys every year?
No, I don't think we needed to get rid of some of them. That's kind of my thing.
but
Like you
that's the
didn't need
dumb-
to do new City Connects.
But it's the dumb rule of like
Yeah, they
you're
had
only
to.
allowed to have a certain amount of jerseys.
I
as a
know,
team.
but like I don't think they needed.
I don't think that's a
they're-
dumb rule. I think that makes sense. I don't think you should be walking out there with like 162 different jerseys.
That'd be kind of neat. Imagine different jersey every night.
Well,
No.
I was thinking about that. The Jays
Wild.
have like 6, but one of them is just an exception.
Mhm.
Like because you have white, gray, blue, new blue, City Connect, red ones.
I
don't think the Reds count
Yeah,
because
that's the
they're just
exception,
Canada Day.
because it's a
Thank
one-day thing.
fuck they're just Canada Day this year. Those are the fucking ugliest jerseys I've ever seen in my life.
I don't hate the actual jersey. I just think it's not good. Also, they're not even the ugliest red jerseys that we've worn.
No,
fairness.
I'm just all the Reds one bucket of shit is what they are. To me, I think it's just that they try and they just take the blue jersey and just flip the color
Make it
and
red.
everything else is the exact same.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
My point there was like, I don't think the White Sox, like, I don't think we just have an endless number of jerseys, but like, I don't think the White Sox needed another, like a new City Connect. I think they peaked. They didn't need another one. I don't think the Red Sox were going to
Yeah,
do better
but
than what they did.
nobody's coming to White Sox games, so they need a new revenue
No.
stream.
Sure. I don't know if that's going to do it.
And to answer the thing, the Red Sox are the last team this year to get one.
Okay.
So they're done.
So,
I mean, like
the Marlins
we
probably
still
didn't need one.
we still are letting New York not have one.
the New York and the A's.
They don't want one.
The Yankees and the A's are the only two that don't have one.
I know,
the Yankees
but
just said no.
did everyone need new ones? Did everyone want new ones, or is MLB mandating it?
I mean, what city are the A's connecting to?
Just give them a fucking trash bag.
You can't connect a city when your team literally doesn't have a city name.
Hey,
Yeah,
They're just the
give them
A's.
trash
Hey,
bags.
for this year, just throw Sacktown on a jersey. And
They're
call it a
not.
day.
They're not Sacramento. They're just playing in Sacramento. They're just called the Athletics. They're not the
How about
Sacramento
this? I got
Athletics.
a fucking steal of an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. Here
We
go.
design some jerseys, make them look
Okay.
like trash bags, and we just put the Fishers on the front.
Sure, John Fisher will go with
You
that.
win. I was trying to segue out of that, but I can't. Because it was going to be injury related. And I'm like, I don't think I can call someone that got injured trash.
No.
Like, well, I can call someone that actually no, I can.
No.
Someone that got put on the IL for a injury, but is actually just trash is Tanner Houck.
Holy shit, has he been bad?
He's an 8 ERA, and he gave up 11. He gave up 11 runs in 2 innings.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah. He's the
I'm
only
pretty sure.
player in history.
To do that,
I wish I had the full number. It was like 11 runs, 12 hits, over 2/3 of an inning, I think it was. It's only happened twice in baseball history, and it's been him both times this year.
This year. I know. It's insane.
Insane.
Weren't you telling me he was good and the Red Sox rotation was going to be good?
Yeah, he was nasty last year. I don't know what happened.
Anymore.
No, he's gone.
so
It's the ghost of Tanner Houck all of a sudden.
I don't know what's sadder. I'm going to read 2 stats, and you tell me which one's sadder.
Hmm?
Tanner Houck is the first pitcher in Red Sox franchise history to allow 12-plus runs in a start of fewer than 3 innings. Or Tanner Houck has allowed 23 runs in 2 of his starts and still has a lower ERA on the season than Charlie Morton.
So bad. Just real quick on the Red Sox, too. They're like sitting somewhere in the mid right now.
Yeah.
And they still have arguably 2 of their best players in their franchise sitting in the minors. Like, why? What the fuck do you have to lose at this point?
And you can't even say no, here's the thing. And I watched Section 10.
Mhm.
They were like, the reason they don't want to call up like Roman Anthony is because they know he's going to win Rookie of the Year. And lose a year of service time. You lose a year of service.
Will you gain a pick?
But is
Yeah,
the pick
no,
worth
you
a
get
year?
incentivized.
Is it?
Yeah.
But
I thought I thought you gain a pick or something like that if they win. If
You
they're
don't
top
lose
5
a year
or...
of service time. They become Super 2 or whatever, and they're eligible for ARB the year earlier.
Yeah.
In fairness, though, like they haven't been great, so I don't know. But where are you playing them?
Find a hole. That you can play them over pretty much anyone that's sitting in a spot right now.
We don't need to get into this again, but something that would solve the issue. Raphael.
Yeah, no, that's an issue, and
one
they're
of
not
the issues.
the only one they would move to first base is Canada. They've said that apparently. So, but like, I don't know. Like, where's Anthony playing in your outfield?
You could probably take either Abreu or Rafael out. I don't think it's going to matter.
You can't take Abreu out at this point.
Is Abreu even hitting anymore? When he came here, he wasn't hitting anymore.
Gold Glove defense, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and Rafaela is their Dalton Varsho.
He could be your
but
super utility.
He's not as good.
Yeah. I mean, you know who else hasn't really been great? Duran. Like,
they're not going to move Duran though.
They're not, but yeah.
I don't know.
All right, let's get through these injuries and then we'll get out.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
First up, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Oh, that was bad.
I didn't see this.
The video is there.
Is this a video?
Yeah, it's a video.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it. Is it as bad as the one last week?
I don't think
No,
it's
I
as
don't
bad.
think it's as bad as last
But
week,
it's
but it's
still
still
pretty
pretty bad.
Because I mean, the Tyler Callahan one is him just.
Was his foot like, I don't know if I just saw the video wrong, but it looked like his foot was facing the wrong way at one point.
It was definitely not. I don't think it was facing the wrong way, but
Okay, I like the way I saw it. It looked like his foot was like sideways. I'm like,
like it's. And also, the thing that sucks about it even more is it was the top of the ninth inning. Like the game was almost done.
Yeah.
Like,
And that was to make it a 6-run lead. What is he doing? Who stops up like what the fuck?
Yep.
Let me see it again.
I'm just
They don't have a
reading ahead.
slow-mo
I'm
of
very
it.
disappointed.
yeah. So,
You what?
I was just reading ahead on our list here.
So just get well soon as well to Cabrera. Don't wish
That's
anyone
tough.
ill. Nate's boy is back on Saturday.
Let's
Played
go.
Kershaw.
We ride.
Nasty. in the
Probably
margin.
probably mainly because Roki Sasaki is on the IL now too. Like,
Pardon me if I don't feel bad.
dude, the Dodgers, we were all talking about how the Dodgers have like a 9-10 man rotation. There's maybe 4 of them now.
Yeah.
Like,
They still have the best record in baseball, don't they? This is insane.
It makes no sense, man. They're throwing like people like Ben Kasparius, who you've never heard of. Like,
I've heard of Ben Kasparius, but okay.
I
get your point.
Like, you see what I mean? Like, it's not River Ryan, Gavin Stone, Blake Snell, Yamamoto, like all those guys.
I think River Ryan, Gavin Stone, Ben Kasparius are kind of all on the same level, but yeah, sure. Whatever you're trying to get across there, bro.
You know, but like Dustin May, Tony Gonsolin, Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow, like Shohei Ohtani, we can kind of count too. Like,
Well, I don't know why you started out with the mid and then started getting better, but sure.
because we, I don't know.
I have a question.
Sure.
Yes.
Big tinfoil hat conspiracy theory here. There's a possibility that Shohei Ohtani never pitches a full season ever again. There's a possibility that like he barely pitches like 10 starts a year. Do you think
A reliever.
when making the decision to go AL or NL, he looked at the fact that he's only going to be a hitter and the fact that Aaron Judge exists and went, I can win more MVPs in the NL?
That is tinfoil hat to shit, but I respect it.
No, I don't think so. I think
Nope.
Shohei thinks he's good enough either way. And I think the Dodgers probably just brought the biggest package.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Also,
Like if you are looking at it as an unbiased person, fan, whatever, you
Yeah.
look at the Jays offer and the Dodgers offer 1-to-1. The
Did we
Dodgers,
ever find out what the Jays offer was? The
I'm
only
saying
thing I
if
heard
it's
was that
even.
it was in
I'm saying
the
if it's even.
same area.
I'm
about
saying
the same.
even money.
yeah.
Yeah,
If it's even money, you're looking at the Jays and Dodgers 1-to-1.
sure.
Which
You go to
team
the
has a better
Dodgers.
track record of development? Which team's better right now? Like it
True.
just makes sense.
True. I'd like
You're
to believe
closer
that it's the
to-
MVP thing.
You're closer to Japan. You've got more marketability, I think, for that in LA opportunity-wise than Toronto. But sure.
I think it was the MVP thing.
Yeah.
He was afraid of Aaron Judge.
Yeah. Do your tinfoil hat.
Could you imagine him being in the same division as Aaron Judge?
Be electric.
Nah, he would have.
Yeah.
He would have been useless. Runner up every year. Sorry,
Who
Connor.
wins last year?
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
I think
I
it's
said
close.
who wins? You think it's
Oh,
What do you mean?
no, it's Shohei. Oh, if Shohei did the 50-50 in the AL,
Oh, yeah,
Shohei.
you're right. That's a good point.
Like,
What did Judge have? Didn't Judge? I thought Judge was nasty too, but he didn't have 50 stolen bases.
He was
You're right.
pretty good.
all right.
Okay.
Very good this year.
Next
Sorry,
up,
Connor. Carry on.
You're good. Ben Joyce. He's
That
done
is.
for the season. Shoulder surgery. So that sucks for him. Like, the Angels
Yeah,
aren't the Angels.
They can't
don't-
buy a fucking win, right? No, man, they're trash.
against except us, except against us.
Except us. They can buy all the wins against us.
Yeah. All the walk-offs they won.
Aaron Judge has 3.6 B WAR so far. It's May.
I think he's on pace for like a 15.
It's May 15th.
He's on pace for like a 15 WAR. It's fucked.
Off the top of your head, how many Blue Jays had 3.6 B WAR last year?
One, maybe. Vlad. That was
Vlad,
it.
obviously.
That was it.
You think?
If there was any more, I
Gossman?
would lie. You're lying to me if there's any more than Vlad.
Gossman or Barrios, maybe?
I'm thinking that might be a possibility.
Hmm.
Or
While you look for that, just the last one, Bryce Miller. Seattle's pitch staff is getting more injured.
Varsho. Varsho probably did.
Varsho probably did.
Yeah.
Ernie might have been close because he played almost every day and was
Was
above
defense.
average defense.
Yeah.
What did I
Am
say?
I?
Judge was? It was Judge 3.4?
3.4. It was 3.4.
Yeah.
Ernie Clement had 3.4 last
Go.
year.
The entirety of Ernie Clement in year 2024.
Ernie Clement's entire season last year is equivalent to what Aaron Judge has
A
done.
month
on
of
May
Aaron
15th.
Judge.
None of the pitchers.
Yeah.
Just the two or three then?
Ernie,
Just the three, yeah.
Yeah, Ernie.
Vlad 6.2, Varsho 5.0. Ernie Clement 3.4.
Ernie
That's
fucking
hilarious.
Clement.
You know who was fourth? Probably would have got there if he didn't get traded.
Justin Turner?
No.
Oh, okay. Danny Jansen? Please don't put Danny
No.
Jansen.
So much worse.
Isaiah kind of Falafel?
Isaiah Kiner. 3.2.
Hey, we'll take
Hey.
Charles McAdoo. All right.
Yep.
Hey,
Big year this year.
Hey, trade candidate. Is Brian Reynolds doing anything right now?
No, he's
Can we
passed.
okay.
Yeah.
Can we still just scoop Brian Reynolds?
Brian
Sure.
Reynolds for time change. Yeah,
We'll give him
I
Charles
don't
McAdoo.
know if
we'll
we
give him
need.
back Charles McAdoo. Like, hey, see, we realized he has a negative 1.1 B war. So
Okay, we don't want
Hit
Brian Reynolds.
194.
He's
What about O'Neal Cruz? Can we put O'Neal Cruz and Vladdy in the same lineup?
Please.
O'Neal's a DH.
That fixes the leadoff spot.
Sure. Sure. Why not?
Oh.
God. Andrew McCutcheon, why did you have to go back? God damn it! I wanted you on the Jays.
Matt Carpenter announced his retirement.
Yeah, officially, finally.
You know who else?
Announced their retirement.
Yes.
Who did?
Tony Kemp.
Oh, why?
Did he play anywhere other than Oakland? I just remember the year
Houston.
he was there. They did a graphic for
the best player on every team, and it was Tony Kemp.
and it was Tony Kemp.
I think it was.
Didn't he sit there and watch our clinch the one year? I kind of vaguely remember him sitting on the field watching that.
No, it was the Simeon game where he
Yeah.
Dude, he was
was in
probably
left.
sitting in the stands not
Yeah.
playing because he was scratched.
So Tony Kemp.
He was
played,
a legend in Oakland.
Tony Kemp
It was
actually played
fucking
for
dog water.
He played for 4 teams.
Hmm.
You can maybe name. You can name 2. Maybe.
I'm
White Sox.
Nope.
I think he gives me
The Mariners.
San Diego Padres vibes.
Nope. Okay,
He
you
gives
know
me
one is
the Chicago
Well,
Cubs
obviously.
vibes.
He was
Yeah,
a
I'm not
Cub.
going Oakland.
Oh,
was a
I
Cub.
knew it was the White Sox. Obviously, Oakland and
Um,
Houston, because you said that already.
There's
Oh,
one more.
he's a Miami guy.
No, it was actually the
Oh,
one
he
you're
was in
missing.
Houston?
Yeah, he started in Houston. So the last one you're missing is his most recent stop.
Cincinnati.
It was last season. No, it was not.
He played last year?
He played a little bit last year.
Good for him. He was irrelevant because I didn't remember it.
The
Yeah.
Pensacola Blue Wahoos.
It was in the majors, Brent.
Oh, damn.
The Booty Divers.
the Livy Duns.
Jesus.
Did we say Pittsburgh?
He's not play. Did not play for Pittsburgh.
Who the
Okay,
fuck
well,
is
I'm
the
done.
14th?
Just fucking
It's closer than you think. It's closer than you realize.
The Toronto Blue Jays.
No, Jesus Christ, not like
Baltimore.
Detroit
he
Tigers.
Boston,
played for the
New York.
Baltimore Orioles last year.
What?
Played 5 games for the Baltimore Orioles last year.
That doesn't count. He didn't play last year.
He was
All
played
right.
5 games and had a negative 0.2 WAR.
Okay. Well,
All right,
we
fellas.
done?
We
I
are
think
done.
we're done.
We are out of here.
Thank you for listening if you made it this far. I'll try and get this out on time so it actually makes sense this week.
This podcast was recorded on Thursday, May
It is
15th.
6:24 on May 15th. I will see when I get this out.
This podcast isn't up by the May the 17th.
Everybody enjoy listening to this
On May
the Monday of
21st.
May 24.
Yeah.
Bye.